In the following work and present the most significant activities throughout the semester in the subject of English, which I name the art of learning English. What were with this activity? In this activity, work on the structure for creating a text and the same theme described it use verbs, pronouns, and possessive adjectives. How do you work it? By searching for some examples for descriptions. With the I learned to use possessive adjectives in a descriptions. How did I feel in this activity? A little frustrated. What was the most difficult thing for me in this activity? When to use her and his. The next activity, introduction of a special man in my life. What do you work on with this activity? In this activity, work on the description of a special person based on their tastes, qualities, and strengths. How do you work and work it with the help of a list of verbs? How did I learn how to pronounce a sentence? How did I feel in this activity? Nervous. What was the most difficult thing for me in this activity? Convert the verb from Spanish to English because I didn't know some of the activity vocabulary of the day of the deed. What were with this activity, this vocabulary, this description? How do you work it through the day of the deed traditions? How did I feel in this activity? Motivated to learn more. What was the most difficult thing for me in this activity? Convert the sentences to English trying to translate last. Activity Day of the Deed questions audio. What do you work on with this activity? The vocabulary. Security when speaking English, pronunciation, how do you work it? Through the Day of the Deed traditions with readings and research. How did I feel in this activity? Nervous. What was the most difficult thing for me in this activity? Record my part without making pronunciation errors and avoid the fact that they came up with my was the absolutely a challenge.
The
Activity
traditions of
video day
Oaxaca is
of the
famous
deed. What
for
do
the
you work
naturals and meaning
on
that
with this
each
activity?
community
The vocabulary,
invade and that over
pronunciation,
the
and
years are
security.
preserved,
How do
thus
you work
protecting
it?
the
Through
cultural identity
research,
of the state.
interviews,
Day of
visits
the
to
day,
place, time
offenses
after the
or
day
altars
of the deed,
are just one of the
traditions.
elements
How
that are
did I
included
feel in this
within the
activity?
vibrant tradition of remembering and
Amazing.
welcoming year after year.
What was
Those
the
who
most
are
difficult thing
on
for
longer are.
me in this
Since we already
activity?
know what an altar of
Conduct
the deed
an
is, we
interview
would
and
like to
record
mention a
it.
part that makes it up. It is
Activity
fundamental
video
and
day
very
of the deed.
representative,
What
which
do
is
you
the food
work
that could
on
place.
with
The
this
food is
activity?
placed in
The
mainly for two
vocabulary,
reasons. One of the
pronunciation,
is
and
to represent
security.
the culture of
How
the
do you
community
work it?
to which group
Through
the deceased
research,
person and whoever the
interviews,
seed place the
visits to
altar belong,
place,
and
time
the other
after the
reason
day
is to
of the
remember the
deed,
deceased of the
traditions.
deceased
How
person
did I
since
feel
his
in this
favorite food and
activity?
drinks are placed, including
Amazing.
other objects or utensils that
What
he enjoyed
was
in
the
life,
most
for
difficult thing
example,
for
and
me
cigarette or
in this
objects
activity?
referring to his trade
Conduct
or
an
profession.
interview
in
and
the state
record it.
of Oaxaca that they
Activity video
so
day of the
so the
date.
altars
What
Those
do
who
you
have
work
passed away
on
with
with
that
this
they enjoyed
activity?
most
The
in life.
vocabulary,
The food, being a
pronunciation, and
demonstration of family
security.
traditions,
How do
is
you
a
work
universe
it?
that reveals the
Through
knowledge
research,
that relatives
interviews,
have
visits
transmitted
to
to their
place,
descendants,
time after the day of
preserved
the
or sometimes
deed,
transformed,
traditions.
with variations
How
that are
did I
delayed
feel
from
in this
one generation to
activity?
another with the passage of time.
Amazing. What was the most difficult activity adjectives? What do you work on with this activity? The vocabulary of note words, rating the words, memory. How do you work it? Through an activity with all the clamstands where each one put a piece of paper on their back and the others wrote words that characterized them or some qualities. How did I feel in this activity? Happy. I really liked the activity. What was the most difficult thing for me in this activity? I can't remember all the words. Activity, creative explanation of a book. What do you work on with this activity? The vocabulary of the words I already knew and those that I did not know. The reading comprehension strategies that are second skimming and scanning. How do you word it? Throw an article on global warming. How did I feel in this activity? Confused and fierce. Then I did some research and understood more about reading comprehension strategies. What was the most difficult thing for me in this activity? Carry on activities creatively. Activity testing of the 50 activities. What do you work on with this activity? Work on skimming and scanning. How do you work it? Creating the activities on the previous page, where some were focused on skimming and others on scanning, recovering information from the article I just read. How did I feel in this activity? Motivated to learn more. What was the most difficult thing for me in this activity? Testing, skimming, and scanning activities. Activity 5 Conditional Achievements for 2024. What do you work on with this activity? What the first conditional? How do you work it? Throw examples regarding the achievements that were wanted to be achieved by the end 2024. Reflective. What was the most difficult thing for me in this activity? Transfer the sentence into English. That the sentence made sense.